Welcome to the Bad Shift Crazy podcast.
Where we just don't give a shift. So much so this week that we're literally just gonna sit and yap. We have nothing planned. Hi, how are you?
I feel like it'll be good for us, and also everybody keeps commenting on the podcast saying that they like that it just feels like hanging out with friends.
Little do they know that when we actually do have yap nights, it's insane. So you've been invited. You have been promoted.
It's insane. I think, should we even bother trying to address the camera, or should we just let them watch us in our natural habitat?
Yeah.
No. What do you have for snacks?
I was feeling very Meemaw today. I have oatmeal. And that's
You're either Meemaw or a baby.
No, just it's the apples and cinnamon. And I love that one. And it's cold in here, so I was like, I need this.
I could not have a more different snack. This is a container of cocktail shrimp.
I'm obsessed with those.
It was supposed to be my dinner for after we filmed, but I started to become so hangry on top of frantically trying to finish my Stranger Things decorating my script video that I realized the panic was also being induced by the fact that I couldn't think about what to talk about and what happened in Stranger Things. All I could think about is what was I eating while watching Stranger Things. So I just became kind of ravenous and crazy hungry. And so I was like, no, I'm going to eat my shrimp on the pod. Because if we're treating it like a yap night, I just fucking eat in front of you. You're one of like 3 people on the planet that four. You're one of 4 people on the planet I'm comfortable eating in front of without having to worry about it. So I'm going to eat my shrimp in front of you.
And however many subscribers we have. Do you remember the popcorn incident?
Okay, the difference is I'm editing this one. You were editing that one, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna eat popcorn for our slumber party episode. This bitch did not once try to help me when I went in hungry as fuck.
I did try because there were moments I was like,
I wasn't on the planet. I was just like, I'm fucking hungry. Because I don't eat by the handful, so it was just like serially, just like this.
I think that's how a lot of people eat popcorn though, but when I was editing, I literally just went, oh, Willis is not gonna like this.
It's okay. This podcast is run by people with eating disorders. It's fine.
I beat mine, kind of. I don't know, Prozac kind of brought it back a little bit. It's fine.
I can't really say that I beat mine when I just showed up to this podcast with these guys.
What is it? So, your shrimp?
It is the shrimp. I have water though. I'm so healthy. But the reason I like eating these is it's not actually that many calories and they're a great source of protein. So I am still being healthy.
And they're yummy.
Mm-hmm.
I love those. I always forget they exist, so I never get them. Have I shown you my phone case?
You sent me a Snapchat of it earlier.
Look at that. I don't know why it says 1% on it, but I feel like that's kind of funny considering my phone is like in a perpetual state of dying. Because did you see it has like 1% on it?
Yeah. Let me tell you why the fuck our yap nights get cut short. She's never heard of a phone charger.
I need to
in her
plug my
25
phone
years
right
on
now,
this planet, she's never fucking heard of it.
Before I forget. Oh no! Everything's happening. It's fine.
Did you just drop your phone for the second podcast episode in a row?
Yeah. It's because the charger's not working because this outlet is fucked up. So
my favorite thing is that I'll post teasers to the podcast and like no one will see them. But then the one where you drop your phone and then we told everybody that your gooter winks, a bunch of people saw that.
I thought that one wasn't doing good.
It's doing better than my other content because I'm horribly shadow banned. Please follow all of our social media in the description below. I'm like horribly shadow banned on TikTok all the time, which is why every time we post, I text you annoyingly and I'm like, can you post about it? Because more people see your videos than they do mine. Please, Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I'm being edged by my charger right now. It keeps...
Yeah.
The light keeps like flashing.
The episode itself is not doing great, but the video of that like 1 minute sequence of time on my TikTok did relatively well.
Hell yeah. What the fuck?
So thank you to you and your gooter.
You're very welcome. Don't breathe, it's working. Okay. I think we're fine. So, have you made any progress Since the last time we filmed, which feels like we filmed last week, to be so honest. We did film last week, didn't we?
You made us film late.
Yeah.
It was a week ago today.
Progress?
No, it wasn't a week ago today. It was about a week and a half ago. We filmed the night of your birthday.
Yeah.
I haven't tried to shift since then, I don't think. I did have a memory from my Hogwarts DR, which was very exciting. It's up on my Hogwarts DR playlist on my TikTok if you want to see the dramatic reenactment. Juilliard is calling. And I was really happy about it because it took place during the 1991 school year, and it was after the troll got into the castle. There was an interaction between me and in the dungeon. If you want to know. And I had realized during that entire situation that Sev was like nowhere to be found. And I was like, hey, you can't fucking disappear when there's a troll in the dungeon. Fuck you. I went to find him. Only to find him in his chambers, bleeding, trying to take care of his own wound. And it's like it was like a minute long interaction maximum. It's like a minute and a half long. And it's bickering. It's like me fussing at him and him giving me shit and like me bullying him. I didn't realize till after it had been up for 2 days that it felt very Beauty and the Beast, like him being like, ow, that fucking hurts. And I'm like, you're being a fucking baby. What are you talking about? Sit still. Like, I didn't know that it gave off that vibe until it had been up for a couple days. And now I'm like, I can't unsee it now. I'm sorry. I keep staring at the shrimp and looking like I'm like mesmerized. I'm just checking for shit lines. That's all I'm doing. So don't mind me. What's happened to you?
Well, I have slept in my DR a couple times, twice. It was just like I woke up exhausted, and it was that feeling of like, oh yeah, that was a thing. And the dreams that I had, it's like something DR me would be dreaming about, not necessarily me here. I astral projected last night. I don't even think I told you about that.
I'm about to fucking say.
Yeah, I think there's been twice that I've like astral projected on accident in the past week. Or the other one might have been shortly before the podcast, but I didn't bring it up because it didn't feel relevant. But CAD recently just shifted through astral projecting, and they had snapped me the day of, freaking out like, this is what just fucking happened to me. And so I had astral projection in the back of my mind, and then, as always, accidentally did it. Because my brain doesn't want to cooperate, but if it's an accident, yeah,
was this one scary?
Yeah, so it wasn't anything bad. It was really stupid. And there wasn't like anybody in it. It was just, I was in a place, and then I realized really quickly, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And then I was just not there anymore. But it had the same feeling as when I would astral project with my Quiet Fame DR, because that's the one I usually do. But this one was to Peaky, which those are the only two I've had astral experiences for, I think, for those two. And then Yvonne let my husband out of the house, and now I'm kind of leaning towards my Twilight DR, but I'm really trying not to. He's so pretty, I can't.
I would like to talk about the fact that we unknowingly both got in the mood for our Twilight DRs at the same time.
Again. Because this happened last time. I was like very weirdly motivated for like all of 2 days.
It was in September because it was before my birthday when my mom went in the hospital. It was like right before she went in the hospital.
Yeah, so it was just like very brief, very random. Nothing much came of it. I remember I very quickly connected to, I think it was my 40s DR after that. And then I don't think I'm going to try and shift there tonight. I made a subliminal that would be perfect, actually, because it's rain. But I think I'm going to focus on Peaky since I've been making good progress and still feel connected to that version of me. I just stuttered like a bitch.
I just realized that I completely forgot. We'll have to do it at the end of this. I started filming a Get Ready to Shift with Me, and I was going to ask if you wanted to be in it, and I forgot. So we'll have to do it at the end of this.
We can do it now. Let them be in it, too.
I'm filming on my phone, Broham.
Oh.
you sweet, sweet bean.
God. I'm doing my nails, by the way. That's why I'm, like, rubbing them.
My nails, we're going to complain about my nails for a second. These nails were the same size this morning. And then I tried to move a blanket.
You got mad and you punched a wall.
I tried to move a blanket because it was stuck. And I Probably should have gotten off of the blanket, admittedly, before I tried to move it. I wasn't trying to move the whole thing. I was just trying to, like the corner was bunched up. I was just trying to smooth the corner out. But I didn't have a very good grip on it because it was almost like I had a hold of, like, the top part, but not, like, the entire blanket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I tried to pull, and I didn't have a good grip, and it slipped out of my hand, and I punched the wall that was, like, 2 inches away. Entire nail snapped, like, below the skin, and I was so pissed because I've been growing my nails out. And my sister's birthday is next week, and we're going out 3 days in a row to celebrate her birthday. And I have to go out and, like, feel nice and, like, have a mask and, like, be normal, because we're gonna go out the day before her birthday. We're gonna go out to lunch, and we're gonna go to the mall, and then the day of her birthday we're going to the used bookstore and the used game store, and then the day after her birthday we're gonna go see Lord of the Rings in theaters. So I have to be out 3 days in a row with, like, no thumbnail to speak of. It's just the saddest thumbs up I've ever given. It looks just like a little child's thumb. Like, this
That's how
nice.
mine were when we started the podcast. I was still biting my nails consistently. I don't do that anymore, and I'm very proud of myself for that. You said Lord of the Rings, and for some reason it reminded me, because I know I need to watch Lord of the Rings, that new show that I'm watching with Jordan. I do think you might like it.
What show is it?
It's called Landman.
I've never heard of it. What is it on?
It's a little on Paramount. It's a little southern, so you might not like it, but it's very funny. There are moments where I'm like, why the fuck are we doing this? But, like, the storyline, there's one storyline in particular, if you guys have ever seen it, it's very good. I'm
really scared to watch it because the last show you tried to get me to watch was Virgin River.
So
and I was having a horrible time during Virgin River.
This, if it is any consolation, I guess, Jordan recommended this show to me. The only other time he's recommended a show to me was Peaky Blinders.
Okay.
So I trust his judgment a lot. Like, otherwise he would just watch it on, because he's rewatching it with me. He's already caught up. So, it's really good.
How long is the show?
They're in the 2nd season right now, coming up every Sunday, but there's 10 episodes in the 1st season. It's really good.
I just swallowed that piece of shrimp whole. That's gonna hit me later. I was trying to chew, and then my body went, give me that. How far have you guys made it into your watch of Stranger Things, and how is he feeling about that?
So we actually paused that to get through Landman, because it's like he wants to get me caught up so we can watch the finale together. But we are on season 2, episode 2 or 3 of Stranger Things, and he likes it, but he's not like, he's like, this is corny, which it is. It's really fucking corny. But no, he's liking it. He's just not, like, completely, he gets sucked into it, but it takes a little bit for him to sit down to watch it. Oh, it's windy as hell outside. I'm fine.
Dude, here too.
I'm afraid of the wind. I don't like that.
Which is something that never used to be true. For anyone who's seen season 1.
So I made 2 subliminals today. One of them I'm gonna send to you. It's gonna go up at some point this week, I think, or next week. It's a mental health subliminal, since I've been in a funk.
I think I saw something about that on your Snapchat.
Yeah, I made it. And I love it.
I made it, as opposed to your subliminals that you don't make.
Well, no, like, I finished it. It's uploaded and stuff. It's just not public yet. But the Wellbutrin hasn't been going good. So I was like, I need a little bit of help with that. So that's why I made it. And then I made another one. I did a tarot reading based on what I should make my next shifting subliminal about. And it was very clear. Like, it did the thing where my higher self, I could, like, hear her in my head. Intention. Just about intention. Like, single point of focus. So it's called Intend. And it's literally, like, just about, and I'm really excited to use it. I don't know, I know you don't like rain sounds when you're sleeping, right?
Yeah. They make me feel like I have to pee, and if it's storm sounds, it scares me.
So this one, it sounds like rain on a car. And, like, being in a car. Because I was thinking, like, you know, your intention is enough, you're already on your way. because that was another thing that came up in the reading, was like as if you're already on your way, or as if you're already halfway there. So that just kind of felt fitting for me, so I did that. That's why I was like, that would go good with Twilight, but I don't know.
What started making you think of your Twilight deer? Like, did that like come out of nowhere? Did Pookie just appear?
That's a really good question. It genuinely is always something kind of random. Like, I haven't seen any Twilight content on anything recently. It just
I think I
kind of
sent you a couple Twilight videos.
I never look at like TikTok messages though, because I've been so busy lately.
Thanks, good to know everything I send you is going in one ear and out the other.
Well, no, because I do go and look at it like once a week, but I haven't seen any Twilight content in what feels like a while. But I all of a sudden was like, I haven't watched Twilight in a hot minute, like by myself, just to watch through. And then that kind of turned into, I would have random Twilight songs stuck in my head. And then these new pictures of Cillian Murphy that just happened yesterday, that is literally, I was like waiting for the other shoe to drop because I had in my head what he looks like in my DR, but there was no like pictures of it. That's it.
I need to understand, we're 15 minutes into this podcast and all my shrimp is gone.
I forgot that I had oatmeal. It's probably cold.
I was that hungry. I was like, it's gone. Can't wait to eat after the podcast.
I mean, it is easy to go through those really fast though.
Yeah.
To be fair.
I'm trying to be really good about the fact that there is an entire drawer of snacks next to me, and I shit you not, on everything I love, nothing in here is healthy. The healthiest thing in here is these cheese crackers, and they're actually crazy high in calories.
Are they really? I have some on top of my fridge because I love those.
Yeah, hold on. This one pack of crackers is 220 calories.
I am a family of 4.
It's just like, it's a lot. But like, I have like Christmas candy in here and stuff, and I have the Holy Grail, the one thing that I wait all year for. It's the only thing that I like about Christmas. I have what is left of the relic that is the Christmas tree cake.
I haven't had one of those in like 5 years because they're always sold out here.
My mom managed to snag some for me, and it was the most beautiful thing ever. And I think she only did it because I showed her a video where someone was talking about how much they love Christmas tree cakes, and I stared at her without blinking. And she was like, is that your way of saying you want some? And I went, does a bear shit in the woods? Like, yeah.
I done fucked up, but it's fine.
What'd you do?
I had my nail polish remover. I poured a little bit in the cap because I needed to like dip Q-tips in it, right? It spilled all over my wooden coffee table.
Ooh, yeah, clean that, because my mom did that
it.
once and it ate through the wood.
The thing is, though, Jordan has to keep reminding me of this. I got on him for, my voice just cracked. I got on him for setting his like cup of coffee down without setting it on anything. I was like, you're gonna leave rings. And he was like, the table's already broken because the glass piece broke. So it's just like half of a coffee table. And I'm like, don't make a ring. And he's like, dude, it's already fucked.
Everyone on the podcast just saw that but you. I forgot that there was wheels on my chair, and I put my foot on the ground and tried to move, and the whole chair moved, and I was like, where the fuck am I going? Because my knee fucking hurts, and I was just trying to scoop back a little bit. My knee hurts. Now I have to like fucking make my way downtown.
Making my way downtown, walking fast.
I watched White Chicks with my sister a couple weeks ago, and that's been stuck in my head ever since.
I like the meme of the guy that's in the car in traffic and he's singing it really loud. I'm literally getting the stain off of the coffee table. I'm just gonna give up. It's fine.
It's bought its hardest.
She bought it.
I also have seen Cat in the Hat. For anyone who wonders how old I am, I used to rent that from Blockbuster.
I did too. My god.
Oh my god. Twins.
I also used to get like every Bratz movie I could get my hands on from Blockbuster.
Love that. I miss Blockbuster.
Now
I have to like score the city for physical media.
There's a sign right next to like where Jordan works, and it's like a Radio Shack or some shit. Not Radio Shack, but it's like batteries and light bulbs and like dumb shit, right? And above it is this big sign, and you can still see it's like faded. It says Blockbuster, and it's like the big movie ticket. And I told Jordan, I was like,
That
we
kinda
need that in
hurts
our
me.
apartment. And he was like, that's the size of our apartment. We can't do that.
Why does that remind me of, I don't know if you've ever seen it because you're not into Marvel, but Robert Downey Jr. did an interview where he was talking about, like, taking things home from Marvel sets. And he was saying, you know, when you see Avengers Tower, there's, like, a giant A on Avengers Tower. And he said, I have it. And the guy interviewing him was like, why do you have that? And he was like, because I said that I wanted it, and they gave it to me, so it's in my office. And I'm like,
Oh my
it's
God.
Robert Downey Jr. You can't just say no when he's like, give me that.
Yeah, that's fair. I had something that I was going to tell you, and it's just fucking gone.
I feel like also I'm trying not to veer too far off course from talking about shifting stuff because we are still recording. But it's the fact that half of when we do Yap Night, we're not even talking about shifting. So by now we would have been like, all right, so this medical thing that's happening to me, like it would have already happened by now. I'm trying to keep it a little bit not personal for them so that they're not having to hear about that kind of shit. As if we didn't talk about your gooch like the last episode.
I didn't think about that. Oh, fuck. I forgot
What just
that
happened
I've
in
just
your
been
face?
fucking with nail polish remover. And I was like, let me get a pouch. Stick it in my lip. Like, it's fine. It's fine.
She's in charge of homeschooling her son, everybody. He's gonna do great.
Oh my God.
Every time I don't know something, my dad's like, that's because your mom homeschooled you.
Oh my God. My God. I don't know what the fuck to talk about because I feel like I have been so... We haven't even really been able to talk much recently, I feel like, because I've been so, like, go, go, go.
Yeah, and I've been so, like... I'm not going to talk about what it was, but I had a very bad, like, 6-hour-long crying fit yesterday, like, a really bad mental breakdown. Was just, like, not here as a person. Then got up today and had to function because my sister was coming over. And I pretty much zoned out, like, kind of, like, dissociated when she left. And I was aware for, like, an hour after she left. And then I started working. And so, like, I've been human, like, a little bit today. But we've barely spoken for, I'd say, like, the last, like, 4 days. Like, we've spoken every day still.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as much as we usually do.
I feel like we haven't been yapping as much as we used to in, like, over a month, though.
Yeah. I feel like we used to try to yap all the time. I feel like part of it is that you've been so busy and I'm still so behind with work that, like, I'm spending my free time trying to work. So we're both trying to catch up. And I think we're both experiencing, like, post-holiday burnout. And I think we've both been having a lot of mental health struggles, and we need to fix that because, not kidding, at least once a day, one of us, actually both of us, will up close Snapchat each other this far from our faces being like, Princess, I miss you. Princess, where are you? Like, and it's not even that we're not wanting to talk to each other because we're actively like, I miss you, best friend. Wait, can I call you, best friend? It's just that we're mentally ill as fuck and we're busy as shit. Like, I was filming for 2 hours before this, and we're going to be filming for God knows how long for this. There's no way I can turn around and do readings or emails or anything today because I'm just, like, not a person. And it's going to be well after midnight before we ever get done. Like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, so my, like, half of that. I work as a PA for my friend who's an author. I'll love you very much because I know you watch these sometimes. So I've been doing that. I had to do a Facebook event today, which was really scary because it was like you have to have 5 posts in a 30-minute time slot. And I was like, okay, I got this. But then I saw what everyone else was posting, and I was like, they've been waiting since the minute they were born to post these graphics because they were beautiful. So I was like, oh, fuck. And I just started, like, sprinting, trying to get shit put together. And it ended up okay. But that... I have to apply for the master's program here soon, which I've been putting off because I'm just like, oh. But the main thing truly has been my Wellbutrin fucking me up so bad the last few days. And I'm still in the adjustment period. Yeah, I'm still in the adjustment period, and it's not like last time where I feel robotic or like a danger to myself by any means. I just feel...
You seem more exhausted than anything.
Mentally, yeah. because it's hard for me to get up and take the initiative to do stuff. So started me on the Wellbutrin again because I was napping all day with the Prozac, so that was supposed to help with that, and it is helping with my energy. But the last few days I've been so unmotivated that I'm taking a nap because I can't think of anything else to do, and my son's taken care of. So I'm like, I'm just gonna sleep, and then I sleep the day away. So today I kind of kicked myself in the butt and was just like, we're not doing this, we're not gonna let it win. So I got up, did normal shit. Jordan's off the next 2 days, which I'm really thankful for, so he can keep an eye on me too. But I'm just over it, truly.
No, I don't blame you. I've been, at the same time that you've been going through that, my shit, I know I've talked it to death, but I feel the need to say something here as well because I feel really bad and because people are reaching out to me about it. I swear to God I'm getting to your emails as fast as I can. I swear to God I'm getting to your readings as fast as I can. I didn't realize I was going to get so fucked up being sick for like 2 weeks in November because I'm still paying for it. And I was trying so hard to catch up and to bust through people's readings. I have bucked my shit up. The disability in this hand is from a workplace injury, and then I have carpal tunnel over here I've had since I was like 16. And there's not a minute that I'm alive that I'm not in pain in some way, form. And I'm trying to catch up on readings. I'm trying to deal with emails. I also post on TikTok more often than she does. And a lot of my stuff includes a lot of editing on my phone. So there's a lot of like pinching and like tiny finger movements that involve my hands being really stiff and weird. And I'm trying to be semi-active on social media as best I can. And I've been trying to be present on the Discord server. And then I'm trying to make new content for YouTube, but I'm having to do it in here because I'm in so much pain. I can't pull my light kit out because it's heavy. So I hate filming in here because I hate the background in here and I don't love the camera angle, but I can't physically move my really heavy ass light kit when like scratching my shoulder right now hurts. Like I can't fuck with the shit. And I think between all of that and then like being in pain all the time is so overstimulating to a regular person. But then when you put in the fact that I have ADHD and autism, I'm so overstimulated as fuck all the time by the pain that it's getting really frustrating and really hard to try to do any part of that shit. So I'm struggling to like exist as a human being and like even function in my daily life. Like I'm like washing my hair and crying type shit. And so it's like I'm always working or I'm always in pain and it's like I need a fucking break. So what I really need to do is like catch up on YouTube and catch up on readings, and then I need to take a break from readings for a little bit, which is gonna suck because that's my main form of income and I'm gonna be really screwed. But I don't think I have a choice. If I keep pushing the way I have been, or I even try to go back to my regular without taking a break first, I'm gonna lose all ability to function with my hands for God knows how many weeks, and I can't do that. So I have no choice. At some point, once I catch up with readings, I'm gonna have to not do readings for a few weeks and just focus on YouTube. And I'm hoping that maybe I can like pre-film enough stuff that maybe I can just take a little bit of a break, because I just need to not, because I'm like not doing so hot mentally. I'm like over it, and I'm tired of being busy, and I'm tired of being tired, and I'm really tired of staying up until 7 a.m. It's depressing because she's texting me being like, hey, I just woke up, and I'm like, I'm going to bed, bye.
I'm just like, oh wait. I've learned when I wake up in the mornings now not to text you immediately because I don't want to like get you going because I know that you need to go to sleep.
Then I'll be like, oh, my Bethlehem, like it. That is what I do. Because you even said to me earlier, we were laughing about the fact that we're so similar in so many things. Like we found out early on in our friendship, like we had a lot of very similar experiences before we met each other, and there's a lot of things about like our mannerisms and things that like are just kind of creepy similar. Related. I think we do. I don't know if that's just because we're both fat white women with dark hair, but I think we look a little related.
Twin.
But we have a lot in common, and we're like kind of the same person. And then back to back, she sent me a picture of her bedroom in our private DR, and I'm not gonna give anything away by saying this, but my bedroom in our DR is the complete opposite of hers, because she sent me a picture that was this really pretty, like, definitely Pinterest inspired photo of this bedroom that's like very regal, borderline Bridgerton looking. It's very,
look at
like,
my cup.
Yeah, it was very like lacy, flowery, pink, very girly, very feminine, very like princessy, very like almost Aphrodite looking. Yeah, it was like princess meets Aphrodite meets like Bridgerton. It was very pretty. And then my bedroom in that DR, we've already designed on Sims, and we've discussed, and I've shown her like Pinterest photos and stuff. My room in that DR is vampiric and gothic.
It looks like you open the doors to it and you just hear an organ start playing, like the Dracula theme.
It's very Dracula's castle. Like, it's all black and red, and there's like, I think I had like, there's like stone gargoyles like made into the side of the walls, and like it's painted black, and all of the furniture is like custom romantic gothic themes, and there's like fucking candelabras everywhere. Like,
and then mine is like
it's
the
straight out of
generic
Del Toro.
copyright free YouTube music personified as the
Yeah, it kind of really looks like your movie is where someone would go if they just got done watching a Barbie movie, and mine is where someone's gonna go to watch a Del Toro movie. Like, it was very different. And then as soon as she sent me that photo, she then also tells me, we're not gonna be able to film like super long tonight. Like, my body's not gonna let me stay up past 12:30. Like, I have to get up at like 5 o'clock. I'm going to bed.
No.
Like,
I don't want to be up at 5 o'clock. My meds, I wake up at 5. And if I go back to sleep, I'm paying for it for the rest of the day. I'm exhausted. I need to just get up and go at that point.
Yeah. So she was like, I'm up every day by like 5 or 6. So we have to get off at like 12:30. Meanwhile, she wakes up to, and can attest to this, you wake up to Snapchats from me from like all night long. I'll have like a mental breakdown at like 1. I'm working at 2 o'clock.
Open up.
And then I'm ovulating at 3, and then 4 o'clock I'm like, I should be going to bed right now, while I'm stirring my dinner, like actively cooking on the stove at 4 a.m. And then
really
I'm like having a break
of my sleep schedule being fucked up. The next nap, I'm having a medical emergency because I just saw this edit. I've been scrolling. Also, I need to make dinner, and I'm like, bitch.
Don't ever question my ADHD diagnosis, good friends. Like, it's really bad, because like I'll be snapping her, and it's like I'm sitting in the dark crying, and it's like 5 a.m. and I'm like, I fucking hate that I'm still awake right now. Like, my neighbors are taking their kids to school right now. I'm fucking pissed. I can hear like my brother waking up for work. Like, I'm fucking pissed. Next snap, 20 minutes later, I'm like, I am a hole for this person that I'm shitting for. Like, it's like really bad. And then I'll Snapchat her at like 6, and I'll be really normal, and I'll be like, I missed you. Why aren't you answering my text messages? I know you're awake.
I love us.
I feel like I'm in a constant state of like just spamming you, and I kind of text you like a boyfriend who's like, I miss you, I want to see you, where are you?
I need that though, because if I didn't have friends to do that, I would just be a hermit and no one would hear from me for years. I swear to God.
But the thing is, I get the reverse when I wake up at like, and I have the audacity. By the way, I'm like eating dinner at 4 a.m. and I'm like, I'm going to shift right now. I'm going to do my full skincare routine at 5 a.m. as the sun comes up. And then I lay down to shift, and I'm like, I'm too fucking tired. Fuck shifting. I don't even
It was the other day, not to clock you too hard. It was like 5 or 6. I was getting ready to make dinner, and you were like, I'm having my breakfast. I was like, we're in the same time zone. I'm like at the stove cooking dinner, and you're like, I just had breakfast. I'm doing my morning skincare. I'm gonna have a morning routine. Like, whoa. I love you so much. It's all love.
See, but the thing, to be fair, I had not just gotten up at 5 or 6. I had been up for a while. I say a while. I'd gotten up at 3:30.
Like 2 hours.
And I'd gotten up at like 3:30. And I hadn't gotten out of bed to do anything because I had a mental breakdown about the fact that I woke up at 3:30. And then I did that thing where, like, I woke up and I'm deeply mentally ill for 2 hours. And then I get up and I'm like, I'm changing my life for like 2 hours after.
That was me today, I swear to God. I had my coffee at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon and made my bed. Usually that's like a 7 a.m. thing. Yeah, no, not today.
Well, and what's fucking sick is it is exactly 14 days into January. Would like to point out, before the fucking day ends, I need to kick the shit out of whoever, and multiple people have done it. The multiple people on my For You page that reminded me that today is the 10-year anniversary of when we lost Alan Rickman.
My
I need
mom
people to
even
shut
sent
the
me
fuck
something
up.
about it.
That pussy hoe can shut the fuck up. Don't tell her to lose my number. Give her my number and then tell her to lose it. Tell her to lose my number. Like,
I forgot
usually
that
I love
I
your
had
mom,
like
but
a
fuck that
Snape
bitch.
phase, and she remembered and was like, "Look what I found on Facebook."
You thought you killed him.
Have we talked about that?
You alluded to it in season 1, but you didn't talk about what it actually was.
I watched Harry Potter for the first time January 13th of 2016, and I was like, I love Snape. Beyond that, I love Alan Rickman. I went on Amazon and I spent my stupid little birthday money because I had just turned 15. I spent all my money on like the Deathly Hallows necklace. This was before I knew that like she was bad and not to support her financially. I was also 15. And
I also don't even know if
not
she was
educated.
doing fuck shit in 2016 yet. I don't think she
I
was
don't know.
doing any
I
fuck
also
shit
wasn't
yet.
really like online like that, so I don't like know. I wasn't in
Yeah.
the news like that. But I changed my phone wallpaper to this cartoon version of Snape. I think I looked up
Like
because
a
I was at
chibi
this
art.
point in my life, like Snape chibi wallpaper. Like, not even kidding. And then I get to school and we're doing the morning announcements, and the drama teacher's the one who does the morning announcements, and out of nowhere, which he's never done this before, it's a sad day today for Harry Potter fans. Alan Rickman has lost his battle to cancer. And I was like, because what do you mean? The day that I start hyperfixating about him, the next day he's dead. And that's not the first time shit like that has happened. So I was just like, I'm sorry. Yeah.
That the thing is, I did that once. Me and a former friend of mine watched a movie that I think it's in like the mid 80s. It is a movie called Princess and the Frog. It's really not Princess and the Goblin. And I don't know why I said Princess and the Frog. That's where I immediately went. It's Princess and the Goblin. And it's a movie from the mid 80s. I love it. It's like a very weird cartoon that, like, I swear to God, no one but like me and mine have seen. And when people know that movie, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know how people know what it is. It's like you have to pay like $50 to get a DVD copy of it from Amazon type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I showed this movie to my friend, and less than 24 hours later, an actress from Once Upon a Time announced on her Twitter that this actor from one of her favorite childhood movies had died overnight. And I didn't know who that was, and I looked him up, and like the thing he was the most known for was voicing the fucking Goblin Prince from Princess and the Goblin. And I remember being horrified and like sitting on like a yoga ball in her basement and being like, we killed Prince Froglip.
The other thing too, like, today's been so weird because there's been like Alan Rickman shit everywhere, and I don't just mean like things that have been posted. I mean, like, I saw a movie that I wanted to watch and he was in it, and I was like, oh, okay, I don't remember which one it was. And then the show we're watching, Landman, the guy's name is Billy Bob Thornton. And so I looked him up because I just think his name's funny. He was in Love Actually. And I was like, okay. And then there was another instance of like something coming up to do with him, and I was like, what's happening? I'm getting flashbacks. Like, it was a problem.
I was really upset like all day. And the thing is, I already knew it was coming because it's always, you know, I had to deal with the fact that Sev's birthday is on the 9th and then this day is a couple days after. And I tried to get in the mood to shift to my Harry Potter DR on Sev's birthday. I didn't even get to because my ring came in. I love how I said I was, by the way, I lied to you people. I said I was going to wear it. It's in the other room. I'm not going and getting it. I'm not going and getting it. You'll see it later.
Do you feel like fancy editing?
No. This is going to be long.
Sorry.
I don't... As I say, I have 2 hours of footage to go through for a video for my channel that has to go up, and then, like, God knows how long of this. I'm not fancy editing shit.
I appreciate you for editing this one, because I was about to be like, signing off. Goodbye.
No, you've edited the last few. It's my turn. But I couldn't even try to shift that night because I was trying to get in the mood for it, and then that ring came in, and I was like, 3 into will. But I want to beat the shit, full shit, out of whoever the fuck. This person couldn't just say, oh, tomorrow is the 10-year anniversary of when Alan Rickman died. It literally, I'm not even shitting you, the wording was like, friendly reminder that 10 years ago today was Alan Rickman's last full day on Earth. And I was like, who do you think you are? Like, I was pissed. I Snapchatted you and I was like, what? Like, I'm already having a hard enough time as it is. My mental health is declining and we currently live in hell. Like, I was about to say, I don't need to sit and have to doom scroll through the nonsense that is our country for an hour only to come across a video of someone going, by the way, your comfort actor is not breathing anymore. Like, that's horrible.
Speaking of which, every day that passes, I'm getting so freaked out about this movie.
I feel very, very nervous for you because I kind of have to accept my man is no longer there. There's no fucking way. There's no way he's just, like, off with Linda. Like, he's gotta be dead. We were talking about the Peaky Blinders movie, by the way.
Yeah. It's just what he said about the last scene that they did. I'm like, that's not gonna fucking end well.
No. I thought that you said you were feeling okay about it because you saw the trailer and he, like, didn't feel like Tommy. I thought you said you felt better about it.
He doesn't look like Tommy to me. That looks like Killian. But when he had his head down and you just see, like, the flat cap in his jacket and the way or his coat and the way he's walking, I was like, I know you. I know you. You're not the Irishman. It was a problem. So I'm
roll
nervous.
It back.
Yeah. I'm a little nervous, but I think it'll be okay. Especially because I'm gonna shift.
When does it come out? Was it March?
March. It's gonna be godsend. It's going to be in some theaters early March, like March 6th or 9th or something like that. And then it's gonna be on Netflix on, like, the 24th, I think. So I'll have time to know all of the spoilers. And you best believe I'm going to spoil it for myself because I can't go into that blind.
I'm seeing if, like, it's saying where in theaters. Looks like if it's gonna hit any theaters in the US, it'll be at AMC theaters.
We have one. Don't make me come. Hold on.
No promises. I have that effect on women.
Oh my god. Yeah, it says AMC.
It's not saying which one's on.
We have one of those.
I just curiously clicked on the Peaky Blinders Reddit page, and the most recent thing is Tommy, Arthur, and John in their military uniforms. And my man should never get rid of his mustache. He looks so much older without one. He should never get rid of it.
Yeah.
Dude, when I saw him in that fucking Sherlock movie, it was so bad for me and mine. Because he looked kind of fine shit as fuck for no reason.
We're just, like, completely off on a tangent, but this is important. Don't do this to me. Oh my god.
I'm sending you something over Discord.
It's coming to the theater near me. I'm gonna shit.
Please don't watch it for the first time in theater. You're gonna scream.
Oh, I'm not going to, because that will be like when I watched Breaking Dawn Part 2 in theaters. Completely naive to everything.
Me.
I just got an email. Sorry, I didn't mean to just come at the camera like that.
Okay. Open your Discord, though. Deadass, that's for you. You're welcome. Found that on the Reddit.
It's loading.
Whatever, yeah. I was like, whatever reaction you have, I'm leaving it. I sent her a recently taken photo of Cillian Murphy. Excuse me, Silly Man Murphy.
My God. Literally my like, Twilight. Liliths. Do it again. Send it again. Send it one more time. I told you not to make me come. Oh my God. Put me in the middle, and then we'll be good.
You're a sick person.
The way when I'm ovulating, I have considered making a DR where there are
That's
multiple
your Twilight.
of him.
So one of them is your Twilight DR. The other one is our private DR. It's just
the moon. Oh my God.
Somewhere in the back, Casanova's like that. I feel like Casanova's like that meme of that baby who's like, "What the fuck?" Like, he's like, "Why aren't you paying any attention?"
I need you to like come to my house and click off of this screen for me because I'm not okay.
I would more than happily come over to your house if I didn't think I would have to sleep on your couch in your haunted apartment.
Actually, I don't think it's haunted anymore. I've been cleansing like a motherfucker. I've been back on my hygiene. My spiritual hygiene.
But the fact that
I'm always
you're
clean.
looking at that picture of him and you're like,
"Hey, baby girl." My God.
You're like, "Oh,
I have...
princess."
I'm sitting here like this. Like, it's a problem.
Which of your
It's a
scripts were
problem.
those? I couldn't tell.
Blue butterflies. Twilight.
I need to find a notebook to transfer my Twilight one into, but I want it to be sparkly.
I like have nothing in there, and I just like it's so he's so pretty. Wait.
Princess.
You know how I told you today? I thought it was really funny how I was like, "That's crazy that I'm on my period, but I'm also ovulating." Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay dry. It's fine.
Can we talk really quickly? I forgot about this and I Googled it and I just think it's funny and I just want everybody to look at her face. Can we talk about your thoughts and opinions on the fact that Stephenie Meyer heavily pictured Silly Man Murphy as James in Twilight? How do you feel about that?
I would come. That's all. He was
Because
also
he would have been
really heavily.
He would have been running
considered for
around
Christian
shirtless
Grey.
with that leather jacket on.
He was heavily considered for Christian Grey.
I feel
He
like I
would've
would
been
have
so
loved it if
uncomfortable.
someone else had played Christian Grey other than the guy who played him.
Yeah.
I historically, publicly, fucking hate the 50 Shades of Grey movies. Like, really intensely. I hate them so bad. I had a panic attack the first time that I watched the first one. And then years later, I watched the entire series with my sister. It was a drunk weekend of misery. And then I showed it to my girlfriend, and she had a mental breakdown while watching it. And it was like, you can't have a history of, like, abuse around people and then not get upset watching these films, I think. Because it's fucking bad. But
I like them, but I don't go into it thinking like reality. But that's also because that was like my introduction. This is gonna get real personal. That was my introduction into like what that world actually is. You know, like the movie's not a good demonstration, but it opened me up to a lot of things. That's not the right wording. Didn't open me up, but made me aware that that was an option.
A shoehorn, if you will. I feel like it was a lot of people's introduction, and it was my first sneak peek at that world. And I think, I don't even know if I'm going to leave this bit in here. I think it was a really poor way to be introduced for a lot of people because it made specifically doms look like really fucking terrible people. And look, if you like 50 Shades, that's fine. But I personally think it was really poor.
But I just don't think it's a good representation.
Yeah, I think it was a really poor representation of the everything. I think that it was a poor representation of dynamics. I think it was a poor representation of doms. And I think the thing of him eventually being like confessing that he liked doing it to girls who looked like his mother, because it was like weird. A subconscious I want to punish my mom thing, like it made doms look bad. It made people in DS dynamics look bad. And it's insane Like, my sister looked at me after that and was like, that is time I'm never getting back. Which is also what she said to me after I showed her the Divergent movies. Those two things shouldn't have the same reaction.
I love Divergent. That's insane.
My sister actively, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel like Divergent would have been better had a different girl been playing Triss.
Yeah,
I think that was my big problem. Like, I feel like I could have liked it better. I think the movies are better than the books. I've read the first book, and Triss is a fucking bitch in the first book. Like, she's body shaming every woman around her. She's talking about, like, girls she's training with and how they have, like, man hands and weird noses. And the bad guy, she's talking about, like, how fat she is. Like, and there's absolutely no chemistry between her and Four in the movie. And I think that's because the girl can't act. And then in the book, I think the writer did a poor job of explaining that they were falling for each other. We don't see them falling for each other. I think it's just, we're told that she fall for him. Like, we're told she's into him. And I'm like, where? Why? And I watched the movies and it's like, I would like Divergent so much better had someone else been playing Triss. And then I know how the book series ended, even though they did not finish making the movies. And I read the first book. I thought they did
finish making the movies.
No, they were gonna pull a Twilight, and the last book was gonna be split into 2 movies. They were supposed to make one more film, and the franchise got canceled because nobody watched the last film. Nobody liked it. They thought Divergent was going to be the next Hunger Games. So the last movie was actually supposed to be like a Breaking Dawn Part 1 and 2 thing. So there was supposed to be another film. They did? I know they did that with Mortal Instruments.
What the fuck? Also, I'm just gonna address 2 things. The first thing, I don't know if you can see it on camera because it's kind of dark. I'm sitting here doing like this with my legs, like butterfly knees, because I'm in pain and it's helping, and I don't know if you can see that or if it looks like I'm making weird movements. It's just that because I'm in pain. But also, Triss, when I watched Secret Life of the American Teenager, it was a good show, but I was like, bitch, what the fuck? What the fuck?
I should not have been allowed to watch that unsupervised in middle school.
I watched it last year.
I watched it unsupervised as a 13-year-old girl. Like, my mom should have been watching me. Where the fuck?
I feel like I was living part of that because my sister got pregnant as a teenager when I was like 10. The first time. Or no, the second time. The second time. Love you, Allie.
But it was a crazy show. I'm like, why was I allowed to watch this? I tried to watch it with my sister as adults because she'd never seen it. And she was like, this is one of the worst goddamn shows. She's like, Mom, let you watch this? And I was like, yeah. This is what happened when we're raised in 2 different houses, bitch.
It's one of those shows that, like, it sucks, but it's easy to get sucked into. And it's just kind of like a casual watch where it's just like, okay, I'll watch this when I feel like it. Like, there's a show that I'm watching, Gilmore Girls. I haven't watched that in like a month and a half. But when I pick it up, I'll know exactly where I left off. So
there's something special, I think, about teen dramas. Something that I, again, should not have been allowed to watch as a teenager was Pretty Little Liars. I shouldn't have been allowed to watch that. The number one reason I don't think I should have been allowed to watch that was the fact that they so heavily normalized in that show the fact that a teenage girl was dating her teacher.
I need to watch it. As a teenager, not now. That sounded weird.
But, she's like, I think she's like 15, 16 years old, no. And she's dating, she's dating a man who's your age. Like, he's like in his early mid-20s, and...
See, I was thinking more like 18, like college situation, not...
No, she's like Predator. A freshman, sophomore in high school, something like that. It's really bad.
Is it like a long relationship, or is it just like a couple episodes and he gets in trouble?
They're together the whole show, and I'm pretty sure they got married by the end of the show. Like, he was her endgame. They were together the whole fucking time. In season 1 of Peaky Blinders, Aria Montgomery is 15 and is starting her junior year, and
Blinders?
Ezra Fitz... Aria Montgomery is 15 or 16 while starting her junior year of high school, while her boyfriend and teacher Ezra Fitz is roughly 22 to 23 years old.
You do know that you said Peaky Blinders instead of Pretty Little Liars, right?
Sorry.
I looked up, I was like, who is this? Did I miss something?
Sorry. It
That's
was the
crazy.
P that took me off. Yeah. No, Aria Montgomery in the show, she's like a 15-year-old girl who's sleeping with a 23-year-old man. They meet at a bar, and she talks to him like she's in college, and so he thinks she's a college student. And then they see each other the next day when she starts the first day of school of her junior year, and he's her new English teacher.
Oh my god.
And it fucked me up really bad because I was a susceptible teenager that was eventually taken advantage of. And it was really bad. And it was horrible because they tried to normalize it. There's literally like a scene in the show when he invites her over to his apartment. And she's like, why did you invite me here if you see me as a child? And he's like, I invited you here because I can't see you like a child. It was sick. It was disgusting. Like,
I have
stopped
it on my
watching the
watch
show.
list, and now I'm afraid.
Yeah. Like, I had trouble watching the show because of the way that the lesbian was treated by people around her. I had a really hard time with that. And that was part of the reason I stopped watching. But also, I was just, like, violently uncomfortable that they continued to portray this relationship between a 15-year-old girl and a 23-year-old man like it was true love.
Fucking weird.
And I know that, like, I was, like, watching and reading shit as a teenager that I shouldn't, because, don't get me wrong, I loved the Vampire Academy books when I was a teenager, like, with my entire heart. It was my favorite series. Rose was a 17-year-old girl, and Dimitri was a 24-year-old man. And that should not have been happening. And I remember being a teenager and being like, she's almost 18. Meanwhile, I was 14 and thought that was like a grown woman. It's like when you're a kid and you watch The Little Mermaid and you're like, of course Ariel can make her own decisions. She's 16. She's practically a grandmother. Like,
yeah.
And that's what I thought was up. I was like in 8th grade being like, Rose knows that she's in love. It's fine. And she turned 18 during the 3rd book anyway. It's fine. Like, and now I'm like 30 and I'm like, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? And I have trouble. My sister and I tried to watch that show and we couldn't get past the student teacher thing. And I couldn't do it because I knew when I watched it as a teenager that it was bad. But it was so much worse to watch it as a grown-ass woman. Seeing this grown man, like, try to profess his love for this teenage girl. And they're, like, making out in, like, the parking lot after school. Like, hooking up. It's weird shit. Like, I think I made it maybe a season into the show as a teenager. And then my sister and I made it, like, 2 episodes in as grown people. And then we were like, nope. Not for us. Can't do it. Freaking me out too much.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have like
feel
a
like
list of
TV when we
shows
were teens
because
was
I
crazy.
don't watch a lot of like, I never watched a lot of series growing up because we didn't have a DVR for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't like, we didn't have enough TVs for me to be like, I'm gonna go and watch my show. Like, that just wasn't a thing. But now I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's extremely uncomfortable. It's also really uncomfortable for me to know that the girl who's playing Allie, like the girl who goes missing at the beginning of the show, she, like, is playing in all of these very adult situations, like with all of these girls who were older. I think they were all like in their late teens, early 20s playing these teenage girls. And like this show is like, it's very similar to Secret Life in the way that it's filled with scandal. It's like students sleeping with adults and teen pregnancy and murder and all this crazy shit. And she was playing a 15-year-old girl when I'm pretty sure she was actually like 12.
What the
And they were
fuck?
putting her through, like, I think she was. Hold on. She was 13. She was 13 when they started filming the show, portraying a girl who was like 15 or 16 years old. And this girl was like sleeping with older men and doing weird shit. But she was a 7th grader portraying a high school junior or sophomore doing all this shit. And it was insane.
Absolutely not.
And I felt so bad because, like, I've seen her in interviews since then. And she was like, it was so uncomfortable to not hear anybody say that it was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And eventually I saw an interview where she was talking about the fact that she got diagnosed with PCOS later in life. And so when she was on the show, as she got older, her body started to change, because when you have PCOS, you gain a lot of weight. And people were like giving her shit about the fact that she didn't look the way that Allie was supposed to, because Allie was always like really skinny and used to fat shame their friend who she kept calling fat, who was not fat. And they like would give her shit about the fact she was gaining weight even though she had a medical condition. So she was like an actual teenager being given shit for her body. It was insane.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna keep that on my watch list, because what the fuck?
It's so, teen shows are so weird. I think that's also part of the reason that I took Vampire Diaries off of my list to shift to, because I can't, even when I age them up, all of these characters are written to be such like teeny bopper personalities that I'm like, I don't want to be around Caroline. I don't want to be around Elena. I don't want to hang out with these people.
I don't have like a Hogwarts University thing right now, because I don't want to be a teacher in Hogwarts. Like, I want to have the experience, but I also don't want to be around a bunch of fucks, you know? Like, I need it to be like, because wizards and witches age slowly or something, you don't start until you're like old, you know?
Yeah. I think if I eventually had a Hogwarts uni, which I probably will several years down the line, that would be what's up. But all the people that I cared to go for are already adults in the series, so I didn't have to worry about like kind of like all the Draco girls had to be like, I'm aging it up to university and I gotta make it make sense and everything's gonna be fine. I didn't have to worry about it. Everybody's already in their bare minimum. The youngest people I care about are like 30 years old, so I didn't have to worry about that.
It just depends on if I shift for Alphard or some sort of like OC.
I'm begging you on everything I love, as your sister across the multiverse, please don't moan the name of a man named Alphard.
What if I change his name to like Alfie or something? No.
You're gonna think Alfie Solomons.
No. I said it and immediately regretted it. Oh my god.
What is my fucking...
something out.
What is happening? There's music playing out of my earbud. What's happening? Where is music coming from? I accidentally touched a button and Spotify started playing. That scared the shit out of me. Holy shit.
First yawn of the night.
It's 12:15, right on cue. We've only been filming for like an hour.
Where are you shifting tonight? I know you said you were filming a Get Ready With Me to shift.
I don't actually know. I said on our last episode that I was gonna do a like Get Ready to Shift With Me, but I don't know where I'm shifting till the end of it. And then that night I ended up not even finishing the Get Ready to Shift With Me because my back was hurting so much. I was like, I can't fuck with this. I don't actually know. I have a few possible contenders, but I don't know.
Can I guess what they are?
Do you want me to tell you how many there are before you do that?
Yeah. Hogwarts, Marvel, Salem, The Hobbit, and Stranger Things. Twilight. Obviously.
So one of them is my Twilight DR, because we have been talking about Twilight a lot. I also realize as I say this, I look up, there's a picture of Garrett on my desk, and there's a picture of me and my sister where we're wearing matching Twilight shirts because we went to the Twilight premiere. So yeah, my Twilight DR, not my Hobbit DR, because I'm not done with the script yet, and I don't like shifting somewhere before I'm done with the script. So Twilight, Stranger Things, because I did just spend a while sitting and talking about Stranger Things while decorating my Stranger Things script. Hogwarts, because Alan Rickman Day. Marvel, because it's my... I know, it's the saddest day of the year. Marvel, because it's kind of my, like, average go-to of, like, yeah, why not? And then my fifth one is Salem, but that's, like, probably the lowest one for me. Did I tell you, and I'll say here in front of the entire pod, I've watched a couple episodes of a new TV show, and I've already been like, maybe I should...
Which TV show, Wowitz?
Pushing Daisies.
What is it about? I'm gonna Google it.
Fine. So it's
nope, it's
to
too
be
late.
fair. To be fair, it is a comedy. I'll even explain it for the people watching. Someone who watches our pod, I know, sees it. It's a Lee Pace TV show. That's why I started watching it. It is a comedy about a guy
Is
who...
that Esme? That's Esme.
No, it's
Are you
not.
sure?
No, I'm pretty sure the actress in real life was married to the guy who played Remus, though. That's not Esme.
Oh my god, in that one picture, I was like, holy fuck.
But he finds out as a child that he has the ability to bring dead things back to life if he touches them. But if he keeps them alive for more than 1 minute, something else in the general vicinity dies as a replacement for that thing's life. And if he touches them a second time, they die forever, and he can't bring them back again. And he found out he could bring things back to life when he was a kid because his dog was hit by a truck. And he touched the dog, and the dog came back. Well, then, like, the same day, his mom dies of, like, a brain aneurysm or something in front of him. And so he touches her, and she wakes back up. Well, he found out about the 1 minute rule because he looks out the window, and he's in love with his little neighbor kid. And I think they're both, like, 9 or 10 years old when the show starts. And she's, like, his best friend, and he's in love with her. And she's outside playing, and her father, like, falls down and dies because he was, like, the nearest person to the mom. And then again, this is a comedy. He finds out that, like, you can't touch the person after you bring them back to life when his mom's putting him to bed that night and she kisses him goodnight and she falls and dies in his bedroom. And he can't bring her back to life again. And so
that sounds so funny.
It is a comedy, I swear to God. And he ends up growing up to be a pie maker who owns his own pie shop because his mom used to love to bake pies. And he ends up being found out by this guy who is a detective that solves murder cases for money. And this guy sees him use his power by accident and ends up bringing him on as, like, this gig of, like, okay, I'm gonna find these cases where people are offering big rewards for, like, finding the killer. And you're going to come with me to the morgue. You're going to wake these people up long enough that you can find out who murdered them and then kill them again. And then we're going to split the profits. And so he's doing this on the side of his pie making business. And he finds out that the girl he was in love with, I think they're like 28 years old at the point of the show or something like that. And that she's been murdered. And he ends up going to try to bring her back to life to find out who killed her. But then he's like, I can't kill her again. Like, I'm still in love with her even after all these years. Like, I can't kill her again. And so he keeps her alive. And they're falling in love again as adults. But the thing is, he can never touch her ever again or she'll die. And I kind of love him because he's so awkward and very autistic. And he's kind of adorable, and he, like, owns this pie shop, and he loves making pies for people. And he walks around in, like, dorky little sweaters. He has the most unmoanable name of any person I've ever seen because his name is Ned. And I'm saying that to someone who's got a guy named Leonard.
And potentially Alfard.
Yeah, and I think he's not my usual type when it comes to Lee Pace characters because, you know, Garrett's very, like, he's flirty and he's suave and he's kind of cool. And then Thranduil's very stoic and intimidating and, like, majestic. Why did we both just say majestic at the same time?
It was delayed a second for me. So I said it and then you said it and you went.
No, on my end, we said it at exactly the same time.
I don't know why I felt compelled to say that either.
It's
like I've never seen it.
Yeah, but he's, like, very majestic, very regal. And then him in Foundation, Brother Day, is, like, a cocky asshole who's, like, very... Yeah, he's a cocky asshole who's, like, very arrogant and sexy, but he's also fucking evil. And so, like, he's not my usual type because he's dorky and he's goofy and he's wholesome. He's very sweet. He wears a sweater. He's definitely autistic. And I knew I was fucked. Like, I was like, oh, this is kind of a weird show, but, like, it'll give me something to watch for a couple days. And I knew I was fucked when in, like, episode 3, she's falling for him and shit. And she knows she can't kiss him. And she's in his she's in his pie shop with him. So she holds a piece of plastic wrap up between them so that she can kiss him. And at the end of the episode, he tells her, you know, I would do it again, because she's found out that he had to kill somebody else to keep her alive, basically. And he was like, I would do it again. I know that it's wrong. I know that it's morally bad and it's karmically bad, but like, my life is better with you in it. And all I could think about was how my life was better with you in it. And she tells him, you know, I'm glad that you did it too, because even though maybe it is morally and karmically bad, I'm happy to be here with you. And he just kind of smiles at her and he goes, I'm going to go see if I have any plastic wrap.
Oh my God.
And I knew I was fucked. With this little autistic man who makes pies and he wears a sweater. And I've always wanted a DR that like
wear a striped sweater.
I've always wanted a DR where there was no plot. And I've talked to you about this. All of my DRs are very plot heavy. There's a lot of drama, there's a lot of bullshit. And I love the idea that like there's no plot happening. Because I could either
quiet fame DR.
Yeah, like I like the idea of like there's nothing going on, because I wouldn't replace myself with that girl and I wouldn't have like died or anything. Like it's just like me and Ned working in his pie shop with his golden retriever dog, helping to solve crimes. Like it, or like I might even take out. Are you gonna make it
to where like you can't touch him though?
No.
Okay.
I feel like that would be too hard. I feel like it's depressing. Like
what if
I
you
either
made him,
am
like,
gonna
a medium.
I either would keep in the fact that like his powers are exactly the same and I just have never died, or I would take out that part completely and he's just a normal dude. I don't know. But like I'm trying really hard not to, because I know me. And when I'm out of my Lee Pace phase, I might not care about this.
I feel like you would be friends with Garrett and Andrew in this DR, and I don't know why that's coming across for me, but I feel like
that's everything. Be there. I feel like you would like this show because it's weird and it's kind of funny. It's very easy to watch because there's nothing going on really. And maybe it's later on in the show because I've only seen like 4 episodes, but still. But it's such a strange show, and I started watching it the other day because it's leaving HBO in a couple days. And I don't know, there's just something about it. I kind of like the fact that it's like kind of weird and odd and kind of sweet, and he's so strange looking in it because the show is from 2007, so it's like 5 years before Twilight. And I did the math and I'm pretty sure he was like 26 years old when this show came out, so he's like barely older than you. And if you Google, again, having in your mind what Thranduil looks like, what Garrett looks like.
I saw the picture of him and I was like, oh yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, and he's adorable, but like he's so bizarre. And he's got like kind of like a weird little hairdo, and he's got his little sweaters. And it's like I kind of love the idea of like having one DR that's completely wholesome, because I don't have any of those. None of my DRs are wholesome. They are all deeply dramatic and plot driven.
I feel like my Quiet Fame DR is very wholesome, but there is some like tension because he is like newly divorced and there are children that he has and he's famous. But like I think the worst thing that would happen is like the media would try and make it like there was a cheating scandal or something. Meanwhile, they've been divorced for like over a year at this point, just privately.
Yeah. I feel like I just really love the idea that like this would be one of those DRs. There's no tension. There's no all this, that, and the other thing. It's just me and my boyfriend who run this pie shop. He called it the Pie Hole. It's the name of the fucking... And I'm like, it's adorable. And he's like very clearly autistic coded, because sometimes he says stuff that's a little bit like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory-ish. And I love it. And I really don't think any of my other DR partners are autistic. Tony for sure has ADHD though. Like there's no fucking way around that. But as far as I'm aware, unless like you're aware of something that I'm not, I think all of my other DR partners are neurotypical.
Agatha.
I think. I don't think she's got ADHD or autism. I think she's just fucking weird.
I feel like Tommy has ADHD, but he keeps it very well masked.
I could see Arthur having ADHD. Like maybe all the siblings have it to some degree. I also don't know why, but I feel like, and I don't know if this is me headcanoning or if this is a realization, why do I feel like I completely believe Arthur has dyslexia? Like he struggled in school because he couldn't read very well.
Well, that's like with the numbers. He struggled with the numbers, so he had Grace help him.
Yeah, and so I always imagine like maybe he's got like dyslexia, dyscalculia or whatever, and like I could relate to him on that. But like, I don't think Hopper has anything like that, and if he did, he would be the one of my DR significant others that like he would respond to it exactly how my dad does, where my dad would be like, I don't know about all that. I don't know what that is. I'm fine. There's nothing that like because I've tried to tell my dad, I'm like, honey, ADHD and autism, especially in women, is very hereditary. I had to get it from somewhere. And I think biologically it is more likely to be passed from father to daughter and mother to son. And he's like, you didn't get anything from me. I'm perfectly normal. And I'm like, I'm not normal because I'm neurodivergent. And I'm like, there's something up with you. And he got really upset one day when I was like, I know that you have either ADHD or autism or both. And he was like, what makes you think that? And I went, because normal people don't feel the way you do about spoons. He got like, really mad about that.
My dad, I tell him, I'm like, I think you have like autism. Like, I think I got it from you. And he's like, no, I don't. And then he storms off on his tiptoes because he walks on his tiptoes and always has.
Is he a ballerina?
Walks on his tiptoes. It's an autistic thing. Some people, they walk on their tiptoes.
I used to do that a lot as a kid.
He never grew out of it. He still does that. So it's like, oh, I don't have autism. Let me storm away on my tiptoes. And it's like...
my twinkle toes.
He also used to have, I'm just remembering this, a special spoon and fork that only he could use. And it had these wooden handles on it and no one was allowed to use it.
Does either of your parents watch our podcast?
No. I'm just, oh my god, he had a spoon and a fork too. Oh, I'm not letting this go, Chuck. I'm coming for you.
Yeah, my dad, he only likes to use like our spoons, like not the ones that were here when we moved here, but like our spoons. And there's like a specific bowl that like he's decided is like his bowl. And if ever somebody else used it, I've literally watched this man, like, because the spoon he wanted to use and the bowl he wanted to use were dirty, he'd be like, I'm not eating dinner. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I'm not eating dinner. I'm like, Dad, there's 30 other spoons and like 15 bowls you could use. No, I'm not eating dinner. It's not the right spoon and bowl. And I'm like, you could wash them. I'm like, yeah, you could wash them if you really, really want to use them. He goes, no, I came in here planning to make dinner, not do dishes and then make dinner. And then leaves. And I'm like, yeah, you're neurotypical. Yeah. And Carly's 5'3". Like, dainty, delicate thing. But yeah, no, I don't think any of my other DR partners are autistic. My wife here, she is autistic and has ADHD. We also both have OCD, which is fun. We just have so many alphabet together. So she's got all the things, and then all my other DR partners are without that little sauce. There's something missing. I have to bring in the neurodivergency. I gotta bring it in and make it really fun in the house. God bless the really normal partners that I have. Some of my partners are real normal.
I feel like Killian and Tommy both have like some level of ADHD, but it's very well kept under wraps until it hits like 3 a.m. And then it's like, oh, I've been up too long. Here I come. Like, it becomes a problem.
Not looking forward to living in that house.
And then I feel like Leonard definitely has something going on, but he's definitely, no, I'm not. No. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not. I had to get tested before I came to the force type shit, and it's like, sit down.
I don't know. I don't think Agatha's got anything. I think her and Hop are both relatively neurotypical. I think Garrett, if Garrett has anything, he's got ADHD, but if he does, it's like the stereotypical, like, hyper little boy ADHD, and I really get that from him, like, bouncing in place, being like, the British are coming, the British are coming. The redcoats are coming, the redcoats are coming.
Yeah.
Like, that's very, like, nervous stem of him. Thranduil doesn't have shit. he is a high elf who's like so godly they had to give him a special wig in the films. There's no fucking way. I think there's literally no way that Cleon has shit. He has nothing. And if he did, he's not gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, it was a scandal in the show when one of the clones was colorblind. So, like, we're not... But
there's this filter on TikTok. It's dog vision. And if you put it on, it basically gives you protanopia where you don't see red or green. And it's just like a spectrum of like blue to yellow. And I remember when I saw that, I was like, hey, Jordan, come take a look at this. He couldn't see a difference between the filter and what he normally sees. We all look like Simpsons to this motherfucker. Like, I look yellow. Yeah. Yeah. When I do my nails red, he thinks they're black. When I had my hair red or like purple or anything, he thinks it's black.
Does he know he's colorblind?
Mm-hmm. He thinks my eyes are brown. You've seen my eyes up close. They are hazel. They're brown. Yeah, he likes to argue with me about the color of things, and I have to remind him, you're colorblind. He's like, doesn't matter, I'm right. He's just an asshole. But yeah, he's...
I'll say, we know your fiance's an asshole, because every time you disagree, he's like, nah, you shifted, that didn't happen. King of gaslight.
Yep. He's a fucking menace, I swear to God.
See, the difference is, he keeps doing that. If my girlfriend did that to me even once, I contact her for 5 seconds too long, she'd be like, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for my slight against you. Like... difference between a top and a bottom.
Period. I'm obsessed with you.
Thank you.
So, what method are you doing tonight? Since you can't decide like where you're going, what method are you planning on doing?
Oh, well, I'm doing this thing called being extremely lazy and being friends with someone who's smarter than me, so I was gonna make you tell me.
I'm doing the same method all month long, with like one detail of it that is being changed out, which actually has worked very well for me. And I highly recommend. I haven't done it in a long time, but it actually is doing something for me.
What are you doing?
So, the reflection method, but then the immersion step, which is like step 2. I was thinking like my dear self, shit like that, whatever. Now, I gaslight myself, pretending that I'm already there, and then thinking like my DR self. And the first time I did that, I slept in my DR. The second time I did that, I slept in my DR, and then last night I had symptoms. So yeah, I really like that.
I need to figure out what to do. You're the brains of this operation. I am
Pinky
in the operation also. So
I just laughed in 3 different languages. I went like,
you burped, sharted, and farted at the same time.
Thank you, I try.
I don't know if I'm going to keep that. We'll find out in post.
If not, you have to keep my laugh, because it really was in like Vietnamese, Spanish, a little bit of English, and then like
Oh my god. Oh, anyway, so I figured I would let you tell me what method in subliminal I should use tonight. Yeah, be composed. Go ahead. You're a regal lady. A gentleman, as it were.
So
I was waiting for you to crack your head.
For the method, have you tried the reflection method?
I don't even know the steps, brother.
You count 200. Just because it feels nice, it gets you in the zone. You know, you can affirm if you want, you don't have to. You immerse yourself is step 2. That's when I like to pretend I'm already there and think like my dear self. And then you go, all right, I've done enough. And then as your DR self, you count back. Where did this come from?
I'm sitting up trying to keep my cool. I'm like, why are you Southern?
I don't know when it happened. You count backwards from 100 as your DR self, as like to like go to sleep. But you don't do the, all right, I've done enough until you're already feeling tired. That way you're not going to get to 0 when you start counting backwards from 100. That's real hard to knock that accent off. I'm really like, get away.
I'm trying not to pick it up just listening to you.
It's like a stem. I don't know how to explain it other than
Fun
that.
fact for everyone, last season when Beth was on the show, it took every ounce of strength I had not to be British back at them. Because I have a bad habit of, like, sometimes when I stim, it's just me talking in other accents. And my brother does the same thing, except he becomes Irish. And so we have different accents, which is very neurodivergent of us. And so sometimes I'll just start speaking in an English accent. And it'll happen if, like, I'm watching something where someone's talking that way. But also, I noticed in my early 20s, if I'm reading out loud, I retain what I'm reading better if I read it in a British accent. So sometimes I'm alone in my room and I'll be like, and she walked up the stairs and she turned left. Like, it's not a good British accent either.
It reminds me of when I like watch Bridgerton and I like just rewatch it, and then Julie Andrews is my inner monologue for like days afterwards. Like, I become Lady Whistledown internally.
We have talked about Bridgerton a couple times over the last few days, and you did message me very interestingly that you felt in danger because of an Antony edit that I sent you. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, that was one. So that was an edit that, like, that style, that scene pack, whatever, that used to, like, put me on the table.
Too. Yeah.
Used to put me on the table. And
yeah.
I don't know, it almost felt like seeing, like, an old boyfriend in a weird way. I feel like I'm open to, like, yeah, I might revisit my Bridgerton DR, or I might change it, as I do. I don't know. We need to watch that show. Then I'll be in danger.
I always find it curious. I think some part of me believes that you'll eventually go back to that and might, I don't know when it'll be, but I think eventually you're gonna start shifting for people that aren't Silly Man or some, variation of Silly Band. That's his name now, Silly Band. Just because I feel like we've got eternity. Eventually you're gonna try something else.
And what if 3 million years from now I still am not? What are you gonna do then?
I'll eat something I shouldn't.
I don't know that I... Whoa.
I was picturing grass. Nothing salacious. I was picturing grass.
I don't know. I feel like once I shift to, like, my peaky DR...
Also, you have a
grounded,
DR that we haven't talked about on here where it is a person who's not Silly Man. So you are capable of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but also,
so
if I haven't watched the movie in a week, I'm like, whatever. So
that's why I keep sending you edits. I'm trying to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
But, like, I do think eventually you probably will. And I think that's why I can never have a group Bridgerton DR with you. I can never have, like, a joined thing. Because even if, like, for some reason I scripted you in with some version of Silly Band, I would have to walk around with the knowledge that you think my man looks fuckable, and I don't want to live like that.
Yeah.
So if, like, I'm gonna have to figure out when that happens. I'll take, like, a summer to shift there, and then probably let it go for a while. You can't be there, or I'm gonna have to script in. You've never had any attraction to him whatsoever, because I don't want to walk around knowing that you're looking at his butt. Like,
to be so fair though, if you did script in a version of Silly Band, I wouldn't even be looking. Like, I don't know. It sounds so dramatic, and it's not, like, anything that anyone's gonna understand. There's just something about this man. Like, I swear to God, you're gonna have to pull me kicking and screaming out of my Peaky Blinders DR. I swear to God.
took a peek, did not look at all of, but I took a peek at the questions that people have sent in for my Q&A for my channel and got really scared because one of these people asked if I could pick one of your DRs to go to, which one I would pick. And I have already crafted my answer perfectly to be none of them, because she is shifting for Silly Man Murphy in all of them, and I will never look at him with anything but platonic brotherly love. Like,
but what about, like, for the plot, though? I'm interested in that.
For the plot, does it count if, like, I say Peaky because, like, we're both going to the same place?
Well, no, I mean, like, how he's the boss, man of the house situation, or, like, Quiet Cottage or 1940s.
If I was doing anything like that, honestly, it would probably be your Forbidden DR.
I know that's right.
But, like, I also got really scared because somebody in those questions, and whoever it is, if you're watching this, fuck you, somebody in those questions asked me who of my significant others is my favorite. And that felt really fucked up.
Tommy.
See, the difference is I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's, like, certain ones that, like, I love them very much, but I know it's not X, Y, and Z. Like, I know it's not Agatha. I know it's not Garrett. I know it's not Arthur. Like, shit like that. But then you start getting into the bigger realms, and you start pinning Tony against Sev. And then even bringing in Remus, I started shifting because of him. So you start bringing in the big dogs, and it starts being a fucking problem.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would have to be in, like, a life or death situation of, like, there's a movie that my mom and I watched. It's actually got the guy who played Alfie in it. And
Tom Hardy?
Plays a spy. Yeah, I couldn't remember his name for the life of me. He plays a spy, and him and his best friend are both dating the same girl. And there ends up being a scene where, like, I can't remember if she's about to get hit by a car or, like, a plane's coming at her or what it is. But literally one of them is on one side of the road and the other one's on the other side of the road. And she's been falling in love with both these guys the whole movie. She literally has to choose one of them in that moment to go with to save her life. And I feel like I would have to be put in a, like, last minute life or death situation to figure out who I'm jumping at to save me in that moment.
Yeah. I feel like for me, obviously it is easy because they do all look the same. But also, it's just, I love them all way more than any human should ever be able to love anything. But I feel like Tommy, the rest of them. Leonard sometimes, if he's pissing me off. Like, he's down here sometimes. It's just, my connection with him is so different from the other ones.
Yeah.
And, like, my butterflies, like, yes, I will get giddy and excited and connected to other DRs. But this is the only DR, like, it's the best way that I can explain it to people. When I'm focused on that DR, like, fully in it, I forget that I have other DRs. If you guys were around a long time ago when I was shifting to Bridgerton and was, like, really hyper-focused on that, as soon as I made my PKDR, all of my other scripts literally were deleted. And I just had that one for, like, over a year. And even now, like, I love, you know, my Quiet Fame, my 40s, Forbidden, whatever. Peaky is, like, if I had to choose one to shift to, it would be that, no doubt in my mind.
I feel like that's where I get fucked up. Because I know if I had to let the rest of them go, it would have to be between Hogwarts and Marvel. But I physically don't know how to choose one. And so whoever asked that question, I was like, it was very rage-inducing, not nice. Like, because I don't know how to answer that. And I think also, I don't know if you ever do this, but I get this, like, irrational thing where I'm like, well, I do readings for them. They're around. What if they hear it and they get upset and they feel, like, not loved and it gets, like, bad? And so then I start being that person who, even just now saying that, like, I know Agatha's not my favorite. I know it's not this, that, and that. Like, I'm like, okay, Agatha's mad at me. Arthur is mad at me. Hopper's mad at me. Garrett's mad at me. Like, and I know that they're not logically, but my anxiety is, like, all these people don't love you. They are now mad at you.
No, I understand that for sure. And I think, you know, at least my view with, like, higher selves, even without you voicing it, they know where they stand, you know?
Yeah.
And they're not gonna be
because it's like my love for those people
"Oh
is
my
very
God."
real. It's just a very
Yeah.
different connection.
Yeah. And like I feel like especially with how higher selves interact with each other from what we've seen, I feel like mine fall in line pretty easy. You know, they know where they stand. They know they are all loved more than yeah.
Do you know how scared I am for the first time that my new ones make an appearance in a reading for you? Because, like, you know, I have very, very stubborn SOs, and Thranduil's a king. He's an actual, literal king who is not out here trying to listen to anything anyone has to say. He's not going to wait on anybody. He's a king. And he's not the kind of king that just sits in his throne. Like, he fights in battles. He has a sword. Like, he will kill people.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cleon is a fucking emperor. He's the emperor of the galaxy. And he's an asshole. And he's stubborn. And he's horrible. And it's like, imagining these people, like, coming into the room with, like, Tony and Sev, who are already fighting, and Agatha, who's already a bitch, and Hop, who's already loud. Like, it's like all these people, and then Arthur's just in the corner, like, I'm trying to have my turn. Like, it's gonna be a fucking nightmare.
So Thranduil is coming through pretty clear. I would say he is probably the most possessive and protective out of anyone I've ever done a reading for you from. I'm getting that right off the bat.
I think that is also probably because all of the other SOs, we've never, like, been a couple. Like, some of them I've been friends with, but Thranduil and I, in my previous life, were married for centuries.
I'm getting, with this card, it's about, like, working together, community. I'm literally getting Wheels of Time, Cycle of Fate, and I don't know what that means. And I'm assuming that has something to do with, like, you being his wife. I don't know, but Wheel of Time, Cycle of Fate.
I don't know what that means.
Are you a healer of some sort in that DR? Or something to do with herbs?
No. In my DR, I've no real job. I used to work with my mother and father on their jobs in the human village that I lived in. My father is a blacksmith. My mother just, like, owns a clothing stall in the market. And
does he bring you, like, nature as gifts?
He lives in a forest. Mirkwood is a forest.
Does he, like, bring you, like, wildflowers or anything like that? Because I'm getting, like, something along those lines.
I don't know. I mean, he might. I mean, the ring that I bought that looks like my engagement ring from that DR looks like it's filled with moss.
Yeah, because,
like, his crown in the movie has, like, is very naturey. Like, they're woodland elves.
I'm getting, this is a card about plant allies and herbal remedies. This is a card that literally all I'm getting from it is flower. And then the other one is, like, the Queen of Wands, which is, like, queen, being confident, being very bold, being very majestic, if you will. I don't know. That's what I'm getting from him. He likes to get you things. But not even necessarily in, like, a materialistic kind of way. It's, like, little tiny, like, I saw this and I thought of you.
I feel like it's not surprising that he's so wildly possessive, considering, I mean, I'm pretty sure by the time The Hobbit rolls around that Legolas is somewhere between, like, 500 to 1,000 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And his mother canonically died when he was too young to remember her. So we would have been married for centuries, and then I've been gone for even longer than that. So he's... And they don't like get into new relationships. Like, elves love once. So he literally has been just, like, in love with me and suffering with the loss of me to the point that it dwindled his personality for centuries.
Yeah. This card, it's the Nine of Wands, is about finding beauty in nature. Feeling gratitude, feeling like, you know, it's... He brings you things from nature that reminds him of you. He's like, I saw this, I thought of you, I brought it for you. And it's like, I don't know, I'm getting something to do with, like, even though you're surrounded by all of this greenery and by, like, nature, and it's almost like you can't get away from nature, but he's like, here's some more nature for you because it's pretty and it reminds me of you.
Here's some more nature.
And then your higher self.
Part of me also wonders, we always made fun of the fact that Remus's card is the Empress. I feel like Cleon's is probably going to be the Emperor because he's an actual fucking Emperor.
I've had that card come out a lot for me recently, but I don't know if it's from that. Just got the Sun. I think there might be two that live in the Emperor card. That's what I'm getting from that.
Of mine, or one of mine and one of yours?
I don't know.
One of them needs to find a secondary fucking location because we can't get confused like this.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how it's like my new dudes and then my possible new dude? It's like, oh, a king, an emperor, a pie maker. Like it's giving, oh look, a strawberry.
The devil has come out twice. Doesn't have anything to do with anything, so goodbye. Goodbye.
Well, we know that it's not Damon. It could, I mean, that could be Cleon because he's a fucking asshole. So he could be the new devil card, and then the Emperor might be Randall. I don't know. I also don't know where the fuck I'm shifting. Because the only one of my Lee Pace DRs that's ready is Twilight.
So have you decided that it's a Lee Pace kind of night?
I don't know. I feel like it's definitely not my Salem DR. And even though I was talking about Stranger Things earlier, I'm not vibing with it. I feel like I'm too distracted. Part of me
Twilight
says
tonight because Hogwarts and Marvel are too high stake. I think you would make the most progress. Personally, in my opinion, take it with a grain of salt. Twilight.
Yeah, because I feel like something to do with like Marvel right now. Like it feels like I like the idea of Marvel, but I'm not feeling very connected to Marvel. And something about Harry Potter, I almost wonder, would shifting there tonight be worse because I would have to always remember that the first time I shifted to Hogwarts would be on the anniversary of Alan Rickman's death.
Yeah, I also feel like if I think about like tomorrow, getting a snap from you saying you shifted or you mini shifted, it feels like Twilight to me.
I feel like it also feels very easy because like I actually, that's something that you had been talking about previously, which actually this feels very aligned with. You talked in the last episode about how you no longer script out your first day. Mm-hmm. I don't have a single goddamn thing for my first day for my Twilight DR, like at all. The only thing that I have is that I wake up in my room in Charlie's house. That's it. And
all I know is like I wake up in my Twilight DR too, and I'm like, I think he's my professor, but
like I mean the best that I can assume is that maybe it's like our first full day in Forks or something, or maybe it's like her first day of school. I don't know. I also don't know how long into being into Forks, like how far into there do I get a job? How far into being in Forks do I, meet Garrett? Because the thing is, it has to be a little while. I think that's something that bothers me though, is that I have it scripted that I meet Garrett the same day that you meet Carlisle. Because you're with Carlisle instead of Silly Man in mine. And I have it that there's a project that Bella and Edward have to work on for biology together. And I don't know why he thinks it's a super smart, awesome idea to have her come over to his house full of vampire relatives when she doesn't know he's a vampire yet. But, like, he just does not want to come to our house. Maybe he thinks that, like, the hunger...
she's refusing because he doesn't want him near Charlie and for Charlie to ask a bunch of questions.
Yeah, like, something. Like, I've never really had a reason why, but you're driving. Because I scripted in that, like, you and I are supposed to go out afterwards. Like, we're gonna go hang out somewhere. I think we're gonna like drive to like Port Angeles and have lunch or something. Mm-hmm. And she asks for a ride, and we drive her out to the Cullens house, and we get out of the car when we pull up, and I kind of follow her around the truck, I imagine, and I'm like talking to her and you while you're sitting in the driver's seat. And when Edward comes out of the house, we all kind of look over with the intention of talking to Edward. But I always imagine that that's the first moment that, like, you see Carlisle and I see Garrett, because they're outside talking outside mm-hmm. of the house. And that's the moment that, like, all the shit absolutely hits the fan, because Garrett's mm-hmm. just there to visit, and now he's like, well, fuck. But I don't know when that is. So, like, it's before she finds out he's a vampire, but is it before or after he saves her from the truck? Is it before, after, not the truck, the van? Is it before, after he has his, like, fucking meltdown and vanishes to Alaska for a couple weeks? Like, so part of me is like, does that mean I'll be in this DR for, like, a month before I ever see Garrett? Or will I see him, like, the next day? Because I'm torn between, am I impatient and I want to see him the very first day? Or am I fucking terrified and I need a few days to get used to being there before I see my man? Like, I don't know.
My man. Yeah.
My pookie.
So, I think you should just kind of go with what feels right. And I think also, like, if you connect with that version of yourself, more will come to you, even if it's not scripted. Kind of like an understanding of where you're at, but also, I don't know, I feel like just embodying that version of yourself would be good for tonight. That way you don't have to focus on, like, a whole big shebang. You can just focus on, like, connecting with that version of you, and that is enough. And I have a subliminal mm-hmm. for you, actually. Send it to you on Discord before I forget, because you have Discord on your phone too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just made it today. It's called Intend. I'm using it tonight for the first time, but it sounds like you're in a car while it's rainy.
Do you think I should do the reflection method tonight?
Yeah.
You're going to have to send me the steps to that, whether you have it on TikTok or you're just doing it yourself or whatever the fuck you're doing. Also, don't get distracted by the pictures of silly band Murphy when you open your Discord.
Thank you for warning me, because I forgot.
Do you need me to delete them so you can focus?
No, I sent it. It's okay, because now I can't see it. Okay. I'm going to make it real simple for you, because I know you don't like to...
I think you were saying you don't like to read.
No, you don't like to have to worry about steps.
Yeah. That's what puts me off of a lot of methods. If you guys want to see Carly get real upset really fast, do you remember the day that you found out the actual steps to the ADHD method?
Oh my god.
There's like 700 steps, and the only way that I can do the ADHD method is when I'm listening to someone guide me through it. Because if not, I feel like there's so many steps, I feel like I have to be like, all right, count to 100, then take 3 deep breaths, and then say this exact sentence, take this many breaths, this exact sentence, and you have to do it in that order. And then also you have to make sure you turn around in a circle and then pat yourself on the butt and then hop on your right foot 3 times. Like, it's like, there's too many steps in a specific order, and eventually you lose me. I start getting distracted. It's too much.
I don't like this wind. I'm a little freaked out.
It's windy over here, too. You know it's bad if my hard of hearing ass can see it. Can see it. My hard of hearing ass can see the wind.
Turn it down. I can't see.
Girl, tell me why my mom fucking says shit like that when she's driving. My mom,
do too.
I know you're watching this. My mom's like, turn it down. I can't see.
Or if it's like raining or storming and I'm like really freaked out and I need to focus, I'll turn the radio down and I'll like get closer to the windshield.
Well, and it's like, I would understand if she was like, turn it down, I can't focus, or turn it down, it's distracting me. But this bitch will say, turn it down, I can't see.
Yeah.
That feels like when grandmas are like, stop running around, you're running up my light bill. Okay, how's me running around, running up your light bill, first of all?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Well, it's now I don't know where I'm going.
I think that you know exactly where you're going. And you're in denial because you're ovulating.
I'm trying to
Don't
think of it from a standpoint.
Don't think of it as who you'd rather smash right now. Because that's what you're doing.
I'm trying to think of like where I feel the most aligned and where I would have the most success. But the reason I'm struggling with that is because I know that my first day in my Twilight DR is so much more peaceful than in my Peaky DR.
Am I in your Twilight DR, best friend?
I don't have anything scripted anymore. I don't know. I'm just rolling with the punches.
I'm assuming I'm hanging out with you on my first day because if it's when I think it is, or at least around the time, if Bella's already in school, I've got nothing to do during the day.
Yeah.
So if I don't have a job yet, I'm probably hanging out with you. What's curious to me is I don't know what you do. I haven't scripted in like a job for you or anything. I scripted in that like your dad is friends with our dad and that you live across the street, but I don't know what you do.
I get a job as a receptionist at the hospital after I see him for the first time.
It's probably either something like that or knowing you're like, I have separation anxiety. I'm going to work at the coffee shop next to the bookstore you work at just so I can hang out with you.
Yeah. Fuck. I literally have Arrow House on the TV right now, okay? I've been connected there all day, but I've been focused there all month. I haven't tried to shift anywhere else. But also, for some reason, it feels like if I try and shift anywhere else, I'm not actually trying to shift and I'm not going to make any progress. Subconsciously, I'm like, if I want to make progress, I need to go peaky. I don't know, gang.
Does that feel very... Does that feel kind of like when we talked about like you wanting the first time you shift to be to peaky and you wanting to break out of that? Or is that you need to follow that because it's a gut feeling?
No, because I'm like... even connected to peaky, I'm fine if the first time I shift is somewhere else because I already know I don't have to stay. You know, like I don't have to fully commit and be there forever and ever and ever. Because I mean, I've already opened my eyes there. You know, I opened my eyes in my Bridgerton DR is like the first place that I ever was either that or
where do you feel connected to multiple places and that's your issue?
I feel connected to Peaky, but those pictures of Silly Man Murphy today it felt like finally seeing a picture of someone that I like was looking for but hadn't seen yet.
Specifically for your Twilight DR?
Yeah, so that's why I feel conflicted.
Okay, hear me out. I'll shift to mine if you shift to yours.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Yours blows kisses, mine winks. We could lock it down tonight. That could be what's up.
Cards, what do we think? Higher self, how you feel about that?
Should we go to our Twilight DRs tonight? I would go and get mine, but I think if I shuffle cards tonight, I'll cry. Like, I physically can't shuffle cards tonight.
I'm like losing cards under the table and stuff. Is there any over here? I think I got them all. Okay.
My sister, and it'll be forever before she watches this, so I don't have to worry about her yelling at me. My sister is cutting off all of her hair on Friday, which is going to be huge for her because she wants to start over with her hair, and her buzz has been growing out. So she's cutting off the long part of her hair to be the same as her buzz. So she's going to have like Betty Boop hair. And she's cutting off all her hair on Friday. And she's really nervous about it because her birthday is next week. So she's going to have like no hair for her birthday. And I was trying to hype her up and I was talking about how good she was going to look. And she said that she told her boyfriend the other day, she's like, when I shave off all of my hair, am I going to look like Eggward? And he went, Eggward? Who the fuck is Eggward? And she's like, you know, an egg with Edward Cullen's face on it. And he went, no, you'll look like a person with short hair. Like, I told my sister today, I'm like, you and I are the weird ones in our relationships. I was like, my wife is weird, but she's like the normal one between us still. I was like, I can see, like, my lady and her man sitting on the same couch, just like quietly existing, and me and her like riding Roombas around the house like cats.
I love that. I have a couple cards so far. I haven't looked at them. It's so dark that I can't like see them.
Are they for me or you or both?
Both. Because I was like,
I'm scared.
What do we think?
I'm scared. You guys are seeing it live. I'm scared.
Yeah, I haven't even seen these. Okay. Card number 1, the Hermit. It's giving, what you said before about how you know exactly where you're going. It feels like that, like we already have the answer. The Star. Okay. For some reason I feel like I want to look at the meaning of the star even though I know what it means, but something is like, look at the book. Take a look. It's in the book. Do you know the rest of that?
I don't know if I'm right, but were you just singing Between the Lions? Am I right about that? Or were you wrong?
Rainbow.
Oh, I know it was one of those. I'm like, it's an educational show for children. See, look, I know that I watched Reading Rainbow, but if I had to choose, I was a Between the Lions kid.
Me too.
Nothing got people as fucked up as Bill Nye the Science Guy, though. I would watch children become mobs. I have a Bill Nye the Science Guy Funko Pop for anybody who's wondering. That's what I do with my money.
I love that. I'm confused now that I have looked at the meaning of this. For you, I feel like, after the waves have swept the last of the castle away, only the spirits remain, taking on human form and inviting us to dance. Nature provides betterment and healing. Birth is taking place amongst the ashes, seedlings, and fairy world. The body and soul start anew. Post-storm, stronger at the roots. Basic nurturing instincts are met with recognition from the collective.
I don't like she's telling me this at 1:11 in the morning.
Fertility is found in soil that is rich with diversity. What is that giving to you?
I don't know what that...
I'll tell you what that's giving to me.
It's giving a couple things. No, I don't know. I was getting a lot of nature from that.
Mm-hmm. And but fairy also, world and...
Oh, there's no fairies in...
Doesn't fucking matter. It's like fairy tale.
It matters to me. I don't know, but it's also giving... There's also a lot of nature in, the other DR, so...
Yeah. I will also say from that, like, diversity, I was talking about that. Also, ignore me scratching my head. I need to put medicine right here. I'm getting a fucking flare-up. Queen of Wands.
Was that a coochie?
Confident. Yeah, it is a coochie. Being confident. Let's see if the cards want to add. If the book wants to add anything. Hello. Associated with intent is crazy because my new subliminal is called intent.
That's
collective
scary.
Consciousness and ancestors. She's integrated and understands intersectionality. She gives voice to ancestral thought. Her confidence is natural because her entirety is purposeful. You were drawn to this being because you are like her and you are ready for her teachings. And then... Temperance.
But is that Hopper or is that a need for balance?
It doesn't feel like Hopper at all. And again, just because the book has been like giving us some shit. Let's take a peek. I can't fucking see the numbers on this. Here we go. Okay. From gentle hope, moderation, and honest work, possibility is planted in empty spaces. With help and faith, seeds grow to give fruit. Sorry, I just got a weird notification.
Hey, so none of these cards mean anything to me. They all just sound like pretty words with no meaning, so I don't understand. You're gonna have to interpret.
It's talking about sleep and dreaming. Where do you feel... Okay, so what I'm getting from these, not looking at the book, you already know. You feel guided. Like, something in your intuition is, like, pointing in this direction. It's whichever one you feel the most confident about and which one you feel the most aligned with. You go first.
I mean, it might be Twilight, because it's what I keep coming back to. I think I'm just annoyed that I don't know. And I need to stop... And we talked about this. I need to stop, like, perfectly planning every detail of a DR. But I think it bothers me that I don't know, will I see Garrett first day or not? Because, like, what if I go in and, like, I think that's what's up, and then actually I'm not going to meet him for, like, a month?
Your DR self wouldn't even know who Garrett is, though.
I go in with my memories, though. It's not like I forget when I shift.
Yeah, but, like...
Do you do that?
I still am, like, aware, but, like, your DR self isn't going to be worried about, am I going to see him tomorrow? You know?
Yeah, but my DR self, I have all of my memories from here. Like, I know what's up.
Yeah.
I know that, like, he's
But
my
that's
man.
your awareness. That's not your subconscious in that reality. That's your consciousness.
Me is still gonna be aware that there's a man out there somewhere for me.
What?
Aware.
I think, genuinely for you, Twilight, even if you don't do the reflection method, focus on connecting with yourself there. And then use the intent, or the intend subliminal. God damn it, Lewis.
Dude, I'm yawning too.
I'm going to my PQDR tonight, and I'm going to be using the intent subliminal, or the intend. I forget what the fuck I called it. I made it today. It's great. And then I'm going to do the reflection method with immersing.
Why am I also tired?
It's good. It's been 2 hours. Are we ready to wrap this up?
I would say I'm gone. It's 1:16 a.m.
I'll be up in 3.5 hours.
Oh God. Okay. So what are you doing? If I'm doing Twilight, what are you doing?
Peaky with the intent subliminal and reflection method.
Okay.
Because I feel like in my mind I want to make it a thing of like connecting to my Twilight DR and like making that special and like having that to kind of look forward to. And I don't feel like I'm there right now. It wouldn't feel right.
Thank you for joining us for Yap Night. This is what happens when the camera's not here.
Yeah, I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to use or if it's even going to make sense, but
I don't fucking know. Yeah, this is what we're up to. Hopefully there was some stuff that's going to have to get cut out for sure. You guys don't know, but some shit was removed. Very necessarily.
Sorry.
Also to the sweet people that keep asking for a batch of crazy bloopers, no. No. It's not. We're not cutting out stuff where like it's a blooper because it's funny, haha. No, we're cutting out stuff we can't talk about on camera because it's bad. So,
because I don't want people to think like, oh my god, they're shit people. No, it's just either really personal, us accidentally doxing ourselves because we're idiots, or it's like personal stuff from DRs. Blah,
it's
blah,
stuff
blah.
that we can't monetize. It's like gross stuff, inappropriate stuff, like stuff we can't talk about on camera.
And also, I mean, sometimes we do like share opinions that aren't like
we've gotten emotional on camera, by the way. Like there was an episode early on in the season where we had to cut out footage because she was having like a mental breakdown on camera.
Was that with the ghost stuff?
No, it was you had like an hour-long bitch session before we called, and then you kept like stopping and just kind of like in the middle talking about shifting. You'd be like, dude, no, but like seriously. And then you would start talking about like how upset you were about life, and we would have to cut it out because it was just like 10 minutes of you talking about how much you hate your life, and then you would keep going.
Which I don't, by the way. I'm medicated now. Thank you. Halfway.
I literally commented to somebody either yesterday or today when they commented on like a 2-year-old video about a medication I used to be on, and they were like, are you still on Trintellix? I was like, nope, I'm riding unmedicated.
Yeah.
No.
I'm bound and determined that this is going to be the year that I like find my combination and stick with it.
I would like to do that for me, even if it was just like not even antidepressants. I would love some ADHD medication, but I lose hope a lot because my last psychiatrist put me on one medication, and then when it didn't work, was like, oh, well, do you even want to bother to try anymore, or are you like done? Mm-mm. Did I not tell you that he said that to me? Because I had been on a bunch of medications before then, because I asked him to put me on an ADHD medication and something for my depression and anxiety. And he put me on 2 different medications for the depression and anxiety, and I couldn't take the anxiety medication because it made me sleep for 14 hours.
Yeah.
And then even when I took half of a pill, I still slept for 12 hours, and I was so lethargic that I was like falling down. And the ADHD medication, I was like I felt really weird. And then something about the antidepressant, like, it was working. I wasn't depressed, but I also wasn't present. And I was like, I don't love anyone in my life. I don't care about my safety. I just sit all day with no emotions. It was really bad. And so when I told him that I just felt kind of weird, he was like, okay, well, like, do you even want to try? Like, do you want to bother anymore? Because before him, I had had a couple of other doctors who tried, and the doctor before him had tried me on 4 different ADHD medications that did not work. And she tried me on a couple of antidepressants, and I had 2 general practitioners before that try me on antidepressants and anti-anxiety meds. So I think in total, quite genuinely, I think I've been on about 8 different antidepressants, maybe 12, somewhere between 8 and 12 antidepressant, anti-anxiety medications, and like 5 or 6 ADHD medications. And none of them have worked. And I got really scared when I found out about the existence of treatment-resistant depression. And I'm really scared about that.
I think, too, it's hard because the adjustment period a lot of times can make you think it's not working or making things worse. But then it will, like, level out. That's why, like, right now, yes, this sucks, but it's not nearly as bad as it was before when I was, like, in actual danger because of it. So that's why I'm, like, waiting it out until... Sorry, the wind's freaking me out. Over there? The wind is just really freaking me out. The trees are doing one of these.
Why do you have do you have curtains?
The, blinds from this angle I can see the trees, which I didn't know until tonight because of the wind. But I'm not looking in them, I just see the silhouette. So, Appalachia things. What can I say? We're doing an Appalachia goodbye. You started an outro like 6 minutes ago.
That's like saying goodbye to someone here whenever it's like, all right, I gotta go, and then you talk by your car for 30 minutes.
Yeah, I used to hate that shit as a kid.
Yeah, I have relatives who do that. I'm like, no, I'll say goodbye to you at the door, and then you can walk outside with some schmuck, because I'm not going outside with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so thank you for watching our Yap Night. Sorry if it was all over the place. We had to cut out a bunch of stuff, because we were talking about personal stuff and stuff we shouldn't talk about on camera. If you would like to get a custom tarot reading from me, check out my email. If you would like to get a custom shifting subliminal, check out her email. Check out all of our social media in the link below. Multiple links. So many links. Very much links.
All the links.
All the links, including our shifting Snapchats, which we've both been using a lot more recently.
Wow.
And you should, if you want really good shifting subliminals, check out her YouTube. I blab on mine about shifting. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'm out. I'm so tired. If you're not already subscribed, please just subscribe to this channel.
You know the drill. If you're still listening, you're new here, just look in the description. That'll tell you what you need to know. Deuces. I love you. See you next time.